In this edition of In the Herd, we check in with women's basketball. After 2 wins last week, the Bison sit at 3-1 in the Patriot League, good for a tie for second. Head coach Aaron Russell has stressed improving game to game so far this season and says his team is doing a good job of that right now.
I've been real happy with the approach our kids have taken this year. I do feel like we've improved a lot since October. We said this is probably one of those teams being the amount of youth that we have, kind of hoping for and planned on really making a lot of improvements as the season went along. I'm very pleased with that. I think we had a rough go of it that first game at American. Thankfully, that only counted as one loss, as we've been saying, and we've kind of moved on from there. And I do feel like we've gotten better with each conference game.
The Bison have won 2 straight nail-biters over Lafayette and at Holy Cross, and the maturity and calmness that Bucknell has shown has impressed the head coach.
We've been tested so far, and I think our resiliency has been very impressive, especially the last 2 games. Even the Colgate game, coming off a tough loss, I thought our kids were locked in. We played very well. And then the last 2 games, grinded out a comeback against Lafayette. We're up for most of the game. They took a lead a couple times late, and we bounced back after both of them. And granted, one of those occurrences was, had a little bit of luck involved. But we were up most of that game, and I thought our kids played very well. I thought Holy Cross played very well. A very, very entertaining game that, thankfully our kids got that experience. And to come out on the positive end of that, I think is going to bode well for us down the road.
Sophomore Tyler Craig has been a key cog off the bench lately for the Bison, including making the game-winning basket against Lafayette last Wednesday. The Columbus native has dealt with some injuries this season, but those days are gladly behind her.
It feels great. The team's behind me full spirit, and it's great having them behind my back, and we're really looking forward to the win this weekend.
Craig also thinks that the team's current form gives them the confidence they need to take down a good Navy team on Wednesday.
We've been practicing really well. The 2 past games have been big confidence boosters, but we got to keep working hard. Navy's a tough opponent, but we think if we keep working hard, we got this one.
Bucknell squares off against Navy Wednesday night at 7 at Soika Pavilion and will take on Army at 7 on Saturday. You can catch both games free online on Bison Vision on the Patriot League Network.